Alright, my friends, you are watching Political Point Magazine. Where the right is right and the left, well, the left is always on the wrong side of history. Why? Because political minds want to know. So enjoy a conservative point of view. And let's talk pea soup. With tonight's top stories. Well, Hillary Clinton seems to be in more trouble than she thinks. Right? As it's HillaryGate Part 5 now. And oh my goodness. Hillary is falling fast. Falling like a rock. And as her poll numbers go down and other GOP candidates' numbers go up, you'd be surprised at this. And also, where are we at on Iran? Well, as the Obama administration pushes the can down the road, as they missed another deadline for this Iran deal, which is obviously a bad deal because they keep on pushing up the deadline. So now the deadline is sometime this month. No, it's in June now. Okay, yeah, they missed that deadline. Okay, so and now we will also examine the presidential 2016 field as as Rand Paul now is coming up on the day that he's going to announce that he's running, and how it relates to everything. And also, the left has its attack on our religious freedom, and so do the ISIS terrorists. This is not good for the country, my friends, because I will display in my news segment. One nation under God. That's we are a nation founded on the Judeo-Christian faith principles. All right, and we will talk about all this and more with you, the viewers, when we take it to the phones. All right. And now, welcome again to Political Point Magazine. I am your host, William Mitro. Okay, my friends. Alright, yes. So, welcome again. And my friends, I just had a tremendous weekend. Okay, I had a good weekend. It was Easter, Passover and everything else, okay? But we are now in the midst, my friends, of everything coming together, and as things do come together, we find that we are in turmoil, in crisis. It's just all coming as we approach this now. But we find that I'm going to start off now with everything coming together here. I'm going to show you this because we now are in crisis mode for the campaign as far as Hillary is concerned, because she hasn't even announced yet, and it's like. Oh my gosh, Hillary is just out there. Okay, it's like she's falling fast. Okay, so because of this email gate, Oh, hold up. It's not. It's part 5 actually. Sorry about that. Okay, let's get the right tunage here. All right, it's part 5 here. All right, but anyway. Okay. All right. So here we are again. Okay, so it's actually part 5, and so what we're gonna do here. Okay, since we all Hillary drops fast. Okay, and it's part 5. All right. So we get this right. All right, and here we are. Okay, so Hillary drops fast in the polls. All right. So it's my thing. It's my thing to even think that you know, I don't understand how anyone, mind you, can vote or support Hillary. All right. Now I'm going to show you these polls. All right, and because of the scandal now, all right, it shows in a lot of polls here that now Bush actually moves ahead. All right, Bush actually moves ahead in this, but in a matchup against the Bush actually, on the Republican side, Bush actually moves ahead. All right, so and there's a new poll out. All right, in fact, I'm going to put a lot of this segment now in my Political Point magazine's political point of vision. All right, just to show you. All right, now, okay, so I want to show you this. All right, as this comes into play here. All right, but a new poll came out, and it's not it's looking like in a lot of key states here. Okay, now Jeb Bush takes the lead. Okay, and Huckabee comes in second. Rand Paul comes in third, and Rubio. Well, Rand Paul and Rubio are tied at 39. All right, and the poll asks, would you consider voting for these candidates? Walker's dead last, and Cruz is like in double digits, you know. But in this poll, I want you to see something here. All right, but but in that poll, it was 21%. Well, for Bush, it was the 51% yes, 27% no, 21% didn't know. All right, and okay, and then for Huckabee it was 42% yes, 25% no, and 31% didn't know. We're unsure. And then Paul, 39% yes versus 23% no, and then there was 36% didn't know, and then Rubio, 14% said yes, and then 14% said no, 39% said yes, and then 46% didn't know. And then on Cruz, 37% said yes, 22% said no, and 41% didn't know. And then Walker's down there, the last one, 35% said yes, and 8% said no, and then 56% didn't know. So it's almost as if as Hillary blew up her scandal. Right? Hillary blew up her scandal. It's almost as if, you know, the Republican candidates move up. Okay? Now, the Republicans... now, with Ted Cruz after he announced, though, okay, with Ted Cruz after he announced, all right, and I want to show you this, though, okay? With Ted Cruz, all right, we are analyzing the situation here.
Poll. The fire-breathing concern.
Okay, we are analyzing the poll here.
My direct.
All right. So as this comes into play, we see Ted Cruz. With Cruz, would you consider voting for each of the candidates? Cruz, 37% said yes now, and then but the poll actually showed. Let me see. Okay, let me take that down for you, and it's like so they said yes now. Okay, that's 37% now versus 23% yes in February. Okay, but see, this is quite interesting here. Okay, how everything is coming about. That as Hillary damaged her chances, okay, and she hasn't even announced yet. This whole scandal is blowing up in her face, right? And so as she drops the Republican candidates, okay, and there's actually polls out now that show that each of the candidates can beat Hillary now, because Hillary's now vulnerable. All right, and it comes as no surprise as Hillary drops. We get down to the wire here that you know, and so Hillary deletes her server. All right, and it's discovered that she did this while she was being investigated and subpoenaed for the information that's on the server. All right, so this is all coming up to haunt Hillary as it just drops into the wishing well here. All right, but I want to get into something as Hillary falls. Okay, as Hillary falls, I have several other things that I want to talk about here in my Politoscope. All right, because it's very, very crucial to what's going on. All right, and so in my Politoscope here, all right, and my political point of vision. Right, let's just see how things are shaping up here. All right, but we move on to Iran. Where are we at on Iran here? All right, okay. Now the thing is with Iran here, and my friends, it's now coming into focus that now deal or no deal with Iran here. Now the deadline has come and passed now, but the Obama administration has pushed this thing so far down the road now. All right, so far down the road now, and okay, so we are on deal or no deal with Iran, and now the whole thing comes into play, into motion here. All right, as okay, and this is a reflection of Hillary's disastrous foreign policy too, because in the shaping of this, okay, because she was around, she was Secretary of State during the time that Obama was trying to shape these talks with Iran. All right, and so it's a whole reflection of her failed policies. Mind you, we had Benghazi. All right, and that was a disaster, and that was a scandal that Hillary tried to cover up. But I wanna get into this because Iran, just 2 weeks ago, Iran 2 weeks ago was chanting "Death to America." Yeah, and somewhere we have that clip. All right, but this new deal, or this supposed deal, all right, this supposed deal. Okay, and here's what Obama says on this. All right, take a look at what Obama says on this. All right, okay.
The doctrine is we will engage, but we preserve all our capabilities. And I've been very clear that Iran will not get a nuclear weapon on my watch.
Really? Now, so supposing now we have this deal now, and it's like an extension, okay, of it's an extension now. They've pushed the deadline now, and so supposedly now they're gonna lift the sanctions if in 15 years if Iran complies with the deal here. Okay, now okay, and now here's something else that Obama has said. Okay, take a look at this.
Key examples.
All right.
December 2013 promised by the president.
We know that they don't need to have a underground fortified facility like Fordo in order to have a peaceful nuclear program.
Today.
Really? That's what he said in 2013. All right. Okay. Now, but we know that Iran now has pushed has actually Iran is saying something different than what Obama is saying. Okay. Now, wait a minute. I thought I saw something very, very interesting here. All right. So now, on this Iran deal, all right, Obama is just it's not a good deal, and he tries to attack or go after the critics of this deal, right? Like Israel, and Israel has said that it's a bad deal, a very, very bad deal. Okay, and so it's not working to the extent that that it's supposed to be. In fact, okay, I want to show you this clip from one of the all right, but actually, let me show you this clip. Okay, and I believe this is a video montage of what Obama has said about Iran. Okay.
The deal we'll accept is they end their nuclear program. It's very straightforward. This is our best bet by far to make sure Iran doesn't get a nuclear weapon. And number two, what we will be doing even as we enter into this deal is sending a very clear message to the Iranians and to the entire region that if anybody messes with Israel, America will be there.
Really? Are you serious? Now, you have been hostile to Israel, our ally. All right. Even when the Prime Minister came over and spoke before Congress, you wouldn't even meet with him. All right. So this, my friends, is quite interesting. So now it's 15 years instead of 10 years that they're gonna give leeway to this deal. Right? Okay, and it's just ludicrous. Okay, it's outrageous. In fact, okay, I want to show something that the Iranian foreign minister had to say about the deal. All right, because it's totally opposite, or or contrary to what Obama is saying. All right, so let's get into this here. All right, but apparently, actually, the nuclear deal. Okay, and I'm gonna put this on the screen here. All right, the details. The devil is in the details, really. All right, but okay, so here's the deal here. All right, and here's the new deal. All right, and
number of
so here's the deal here. Okay, so we have the installed centrifuges. Okay, the details of this nuclear deal. Okay, the centrifuges will be reduced from 19,000 to 6,000 to just over 6,000. All right, and which is exactly where Iran was when Obama took office back in 2009. Okay, then no enrichment at Fordo, what Obama was talking about. Okay, for 15 years, for at least 15 years. All right, really. Okay, and then enrichment at Natsians only. Okay, so they're giving them with older centrifuges for 10 years. This deal is just ridiculous. Okay, this deal is just ridiculous. Okay, so they're giving them more leeway. They're giving them more leeway here, and let me get into the rest of the details here. All right,
nuclear inspectors from the
the rest of the details here. All right. In fact, okay.
Here's the ability to conduct.
Here we go. Take a look at this. All right. Now the deal, and here's the rest of the deal. Okay. Now, APAC reactors to be redesigned and rebuilt. All right. There's this idea here. Okay. There's this idea for the inspectors to have suspicious sites to investigate. Okay, so weapons inspectors will go in and inspect and investigate. All right, every year from time to time, spontaneous. Okay, and possible military mentioned to be addressed, and then sanctions will be suspended when and if they comply. Okay, which this is just ridiculous. Okay, it's just, but with compliance, they can be snapped back but if they fail, they can be snapped back into place. Okay, now this is just no deal, no deal, Obama, no deal. All right, this is not going to work. It doesn't. I mean, even Netanyahu has said that it's not going to work. Okay, it's not going to work. Okay, so as
in his remark.
Okay, as Obama, in fact, okay, in fact, my friends, okay, we so want to get into what the Obama, what the Iranian foreign minister had to say about this deal. Okay, because it's confusing to me. Okay, it's confusing to me. All right, and I don't think, Iran is not on our side. Okay, Iran is not on our side. We know that they have a history of saying they want death to America. They've been supporting. They are a state sponsor of terror. Okay, and you don't negotiate with terrorists. All right, you don't negotiate with terrorists. Okay, so, but this is what the Iranian foreign minister said recently. Take a look at this. All right. I want you to take a look at this. All right. They're not on our side here.
We will continue enriching. We will continue research and development. Our heavy water reactor will be modernized, and we will continue the Fordo facility. We will have, as you will hear, centrifuges installed in Fordo, but not enriching. We will remain committed to the agreement, and we will not enrich in Fordo.
Really? We will not enrich? You know, we know that they're outright liars. All right, they're outright liars there. All right, this deal is a non-starter. Okay, and it was said also that this deal, you know, that before Obama was gonna try to go around Congress, all right, but now Congress wants to be involved, okay, and it should be involved because this ultimately is some sort of treaty, all right, some sort of treaty, all right, but now I want to get into now we have the clips here now, all right, but we are going to get into the presidential sweepstakes here, all right, now with Rand Paul here, all right, and I'm going to go back into my Political Point magazine's political point of vision on this, all right, but here we are, okay, Kentucky Senator Rand Paul, okay, from Kentucky, all right, okay.
The GOP of old has grown stale and moss-covered.
A libertarian-leaning...
But now he is a libertarian, but he is a smart conservative. All right, and he always touts the Reagan era conservatism. All right. Now there are some critics of Rand Paul, and I've been supporting Rand Paul. All right. He's going to announce tomorrow that he's running for president. Okay. But now he is one of the Republican favorites. All right. Now, and I believe that he could get far. He could get far. In fact, he has in the past he has been light on the funding for security and stuff. But okay, I believe that Rand Paul could go far and possibly get the nomination. All right, but and on this note though, all right, I don't want him to make the same mistake that his father did when he ran. All right, you remember this exchange at the Republican 2008 debate, the Republican GOP debate. Remember this? All right. So I'm going to show you this. Okay, watch this. Okay.
Congressman Paul, I believe you are the only man on the stage who opposes the war in Iraq, who would bring the troops home as quickly as almost immediately, sir. Are you out of step with your party? Is your party out of step with the rest of the world? If either of those is the case, why are you seeking its nomination?
Well, I think the party has lost its way because the conservative wing of the Republican Party always advocated a non-interventionist foreign policy. Senator Robert Taft didn't want to be in NATO. George Bush won the election in year 2000 campaigning on a humble foreign policy, no nation building, no policing of the world. Republicans were elected to end the Korean War. The Republicans were elected to end the Vietnam War. There's a strong tradition of being anti-war in the Republican Party. It is the constitutional position. It is the advice of the founders to follow a non-interventionist foreign policy. Stay out of entangling alliances. Be friends with countries. Negotiate and talk with them and trade with them. Just think of the tremendous improvement relationships with Vietnam. We lost 60,000 men. We came home in defeat. Now we go over there and invest in Vietnam. So there's a lot of merit to the advice of the founders and following the Constitution. And my argument is that we shouldn't go to war so carelessly. When we do, the wars don't end.
Congressman, you don't think that changed with the 9/11 attack, sir?
What changed?
The non-interventionist policies.
No, non-intervention was a major contributing factor. Have you ever read about the reasons they attacked us?
Here it is.
They attack us because we've been over there. We've been bombing Iraq for 10 years. We've been in the Middle East. I think Reagan was right. We don't understand the irrationality of Middle Eastern politics. So right now we're building an embassy in Iraq that's bigger than the Vatican. We're building 14 permanent bases. What would we say here if China was doing this in our country or in the Gulf of Mexico? We would be objecting. We need to look at what we do
Mayor Giuliani's
from the perspective
response.
of what would happen if somebody else did it to us.
Are you suggesting we invited the 9/11 attack, sir?
I'm suggesting that we listen to the people who attacked us and the reason they did it. And they are delighted that we're over there because Osama bin Laden has said, I am glad you're over on our sand because we can target you so much easier. They've already now, since that time, have killed 3,400 of our men, and I don't think it was necessary.
Wendell, may I make a comment on that? That's really an extraordinary statement. It's an extraordinary statement. As someone who lived through the attack of September 11, that we invited the attack because we were attacking Iraq. I don't think I've ever heard that before, and I've heard some pretty absurd explanations for September 11.
Now, you remember that. And Congressman Paul was so dead wrong on that. And that was the debate that that should have given that actually gave Giuliani more leeway and more credit than any time in the election, and that was back in 2008. All right, now, but see now, Senator Rand Paul is better than Congressman Ron Paul. All right, because recently, Rand Paul is not like his father. Okay, he's not the isolationist that people are painting him to be. All right, recently, Rand Paul approved more funding for our military and our fight against ISIS and other terrorist networks out there. So he and also he also wants to he wants a broader plan against our enemies. You know, and he's also for a border fence, tightening up our borders, and then dealing with the immigrants that are here now. You know, he wants to secure. We still live in, and I also like the way that Rand Paul stood up to Hillary Clinton. Okay, on when he grilled her at the Benghazi hearings. All right, so that shows that Rand Paul could be a really strong leader, and watching and listening to Ron Paul talk, it's like he's clueless, you know. And we covered it during the 2008 campaign, that Congressman Ron Paul was getting most of his support from the 9/11 conspiracy theory people, and that wasn't good. That took down his campaign, because he was just not on point at all on that note. All right, so with that, my friends, and he didn't even apologize either. Okay, he went on CNN, and he was relentless. All right, remember this.
That's now from Capitol Hill, Congressman Ron Paul, Republican of Texas. He's a candidate for president of the United States. Had a testing exchange there with Rudy Giuliani last night. Let me run this little clip to remind our viewers what happened.
They attack us because we've been over there. We've been bombing Iraq for 10 years.
It's an extraordinary statement of someone who lived through the attack of September 11, that we invited the attack because we were attacking Iraq. I don't think I've ever heard that before, and I've heard some pretty absurd explanations for September 11.
He really had some supporters in that auditorium. Are you ready to back away from the implication of what you were saying last night? Because certainly when you were given the chance last night, you didn't.
No, there's no reason to. I think he's going to have to back away from his statement pretty soon.
But it was just ridiculous. I mean, right? But Rand Paul is better than Ron Paul. I can give you that. Besides, we've seen how Rand Paul acts and reacts in the Senate and works in the Senate. So, and he's a very strong leader on things, and he's very strong on his convictions. All right, but anyhow, let's take it to the calls now. All right, the number is. Okay. Oh wait! Before I get to the calls here, I want to get into my other segment. Okay, which is this segment. Okay, One Nation Under God. Okay, all right, my One Nation Under God segment. All right. Okay. Now, anyhow, we are being attacked. Our religion, our freedom of religion in this country is being attacked. All right, and my friends, it's not pretty. Okay. Now, and after the fuss of the freedom of religion act that was passed in Indiana, which, by the way, Governor Pence put some revisions in that and somewhat changed it, but it's a law that doesn't discriminate. Okay, and now as we move forward in this, okay, we did report that President Bill Clinton signed the same law into law. It's the Freedom of Religion Act. Okay, and now, but I do want to get into something, because now this is my One Nation Under God segment. Okay, and I want to stress deeply that our founding fathers. I've been talking to people on the web here. Okay, on the internet, and I have discussions with these liberals out there. They claim that they have, certain powers here, but now it's quite interesting. Okay, our founding fathers. Okay, one nation under God. Okay, now. But it's in our Constitution here. Okay, and I'll show you this. Okay, it's in our Constitution. Okay, that actually it's in the Declaration of Independence too. That there's actually three references to God, to you know, okay, the Declaration of Independence. First, it starts out with, okay, and I'll put this still, okay, but I'll put this in a still motion here. All right.
And finally got.
But anyways, there's 3 references to our God in there, okay? But George Washington, okay, and I want to stress this here, okay? But one nation under God, okay? Our President George Washington, okay, was deeply religious. Okay, our founding fathers were deeply religious. In fact, okay, let me get to a quote from George Washington. All right, and this is the most important quote of our history. All right, that I want you to see here. All right, now in all of our in fact, okay, let me get to. All right, let me get to this here. All right, that's Jefferson. Okay, Washington. All right, but anyhow, George Washington. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, George Washington's quote is the most important quote of our history here. Okay, but now. All right, but here. Okay.
If the new federal government.
Okay, but all right now. But anyhow, George Washington had a very, very important quote here, and I'm gonna put it up on the screen for you. All right, but anyhow, okay. But I'm gonna put it up on the screen here. All right, because it's the most important quote of our time, okay? All right, but watch, okay? As a, whoops, hold up a second. All right, it's the most important quote of our time, and as things come into play here, all right. But okay, there you see George Washington in there, okay? And I'm gonna put up this quote, okay? Okay. The founding principles of the United States of America. All right, and I'm gonna put up this quote here. All right, but and it's quite interesting the way this quote is. All right, and it's very worded properly. All right, I'm gonna put this up on the screen. Okay, but there's George Washington. Okay, and our quote here.
Through the revolution successfully, and even the Constitution.
Hold up a second here. Okay.
Certainly.
All right, but anyhow, wait. Okay, George Washington. I'm gonna put up this quote, right? Because it's very, very important to understand what George Washington thinks. Okay. Now. Okay, so George Washington was deeply religious. Okay. In fact, he firmly believed in the Bible, and that the Bible was used as a guide for good governments. Okay, and now we have this quote here. All right, here it is. No, that's not it. Okay, but anyhow, okay, but we have this very, very important quote. All right. Okay, here it is. Yep. But George Washington's quote. Okay, and here it is. Okay. Now, all right, one nation under God. All right. Now, if you take a look at this, okay, it says, true religion affords government its surest support. The future of this nation depends on the Christian training of our youth. It is impossible to govern without the Bible. Now that was George Washington. Okay, my friends. Okay. And so, as it goes on there, All right, but I want to take some phone calls. All right, and as we do, all right. Now, but our founding fathers seriously believed that God was guiding us in the quest there for independence, right? So, my friends, okay, give me a call, okay? What is on your political mind, right? 272-0319. Okay, the phone lines are ready, but anyhow, George, we are a nation founded upon the Judeo-Christian faith. All right. Now, while I'm waiting for calls, though, okay, we just had the. Okay, I want to talk about the economy here. All right. Now, the economy has kind of shifted. Okay, but anyhow, we have a call. All right. Hello, you're on the air. What's on your political mind?
Yeah, Will, we're talking about George Washington there.
Yeah.
Okay, well, Christian Judeo faith, yes.
Yes.
Has been proven that Jesus was before Muhammad. Muhammad was written after Jesus, which is now the Quran. I don't think it's Jesus Christ or the cross of Jesus bothering people or the Quran. It's financial capitalism, dollars and cents. Some churches are getting more than others. Other religions are making more than others as far as capital gains. So, Jesus Christ actually, Holy Bible and stuff, they also had gold and a monetary system. And so did the Quran system have a monetary development system. So I'm looking at this whole thing over capitalism. I'm looking at the
capitalism works.
It's obviously not working. Christians
capitalism works, my friend.
What's that?
Capitalism works.
Yeah, capitalism does. Jefferson was not. The problem is you have all these interstates and all these false prophecies in capitalism that cause all this trouble.
No. You're over dramatizing it. Okay. Now look. There's a thing in capitalism called free enterprise. Okay.
There's free enterprise,
and it works. Okay.
Okay.
Now, everybody.
Down.
Now I encourage
$8 an hour
entrepreneurialism.
While you're making $50,000.
Entrepreneurialism.
I got 8,000, not to go any further.
No.
And if he goes elsewhere, they'll hold him too. And then you hold an upper middle class, higher lower class.
No.
That's
Mind you. Okay, look, the economy is so bad right now. Okay, we just had the worst report since 2013. Okay.
Yeah, I realize that.
Yep.
Only
129 jobs. 129,000 jobs were created last month. All right.
So now they're making money in weaponry and the defense budget everywhere, and they're talking mining uranium and making dollars and cents off it. That's not people's groceries. That's not what the world wants. And then you go to Syria, and he wants to take it out either on an American population or it's the population that pays the government. And then we have to play Clue because we're not the government officials. And everybody voting against each other, kicking each other around while they're all on government pay for being candidate electives anyways. So once you start out on a county, state, or federal, they go for more and more and more. It's like a book manager in the mafia around the globe. It really is. And then you have, they send the military, they get the most in defense, and then they send military people against military people.
Now look.
Don't get hurt. They send innocent people in that get blown up, their legs shot off, etc., killed, and all they do is honor them to the hill and continue.
Look, if you're not making it, if you're not making it in the world,
why they went to war, or they cause a bloody war, they cause a killing, they hurt the innocent, they don't rescind. It just causes controversy after controversy instead of diplomatic, logical situations.
No. Now, if you're not making it,
I'd like to see it soften up, and this globe shouldn't be military badge against another military badge. Just to say, oh, that was horrible, and then keep it going for 50 years and all the profit gain and all the people dead. That's not right. Or you're a Christian or you're a Quran, start killing one another because the Christian guy church next door just took in a donation.
The terrorists have declared a holy war
so the Qurans
on
are
our
starving
kind.
and the Christians say no to the Qurans.
The terrorists have
capitalism has to be set straight. There should be no high, middle, lower, including New York State letting all these corporations go tax-free, and then the laborers from barely little, and then they won't let them direct deposit on house ownership.
You got it.
And then
you got to make it quick because I got to get into other calls here.
The government going for years.
Listen. You're rambling. But anyways, listen. All right. Now, if you're not making it in this country, then you're doing something wrong. Okay. Now,
what about the globe? What about those people? Why do we have to reach out to them?
Listen. Okay.
Why did their country come and attack us?
Listen. There's a thing called entrepreneurialism. Okay.
Entrepreneurialism is fine. Your neighbor?
It is entirely possible for you to start your own business doing something you know and love, and you can make it. Okay.
Yeah.
Now,
well,
that's
when you start your own
on
business,
you.
It's usually a startup point.
That's all.
You don't have the bucks and you pay
that's
back.
all you. Okay.
Go to the bank.
But look. Okay.
They won't give you a loan without a cosigner.
Government is making it.
They won't give you a loan without a cosigner.
Government makes it difficult. Listen. Government makes it difficult with all the regulations that they. With all the regulations and taxes that they impose on businesses and stuff like that. Now,
they just live paycheck to paycheck.
Listen.
Unless you wanna be a corrupt individual. Charge a guy $50 grand for a job. Hire 3 people and pay them $30
I gotta run. Okay.
And then after a while, the whole
listen. I gotta run. All right. Now. Okay, wages are down. Okay, in fact, the only corporation that has actually raised their wages is McDonald's. Okay, but anyways, I gotta get into the last words of the night. All right. Okay, I hate it when people ramble. Okay, but the last words for the night. Okay, look what happened to this weatherman, or this meteorologist. Okay. You got to check your wardrobe on some things sometimes. All right. So, oops. Hold up a second. I need to get to it again. All right. But anyways, the last words for the night. Okay, right here. All right. Whoops. Right there. Okay, right here.
Is letting up, but the chill is not completely gone.
No.
Chill. I'm sorry.
And the chill has got a kink in your neck, huh?
You gotta. Good. I got. Never mind. Forget it. I just. Tight.
Something happens every time, just like that. But anyways, okay, that's our show for tonight, my friends. Okay, make sure you check your wardrobe for hangers and, and stuff. But anyhow, we thank you for watching Political Point Magazine, where the right is right, and the left is always on the wrong side of history. Follow me on Twitter at WilliamMetro2, and check us out on YouTube. Alright. We thank you for watching Political Point, where the right is right and the left is always on the wrong side of history.